This video is sponsored by Squarespace, the easiest way to make a professional website.
I hope you can walk because I'm not carrying you.
He's back. Saw or shovel?
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. Marvel dropped a brand new Daredevil Born Again Season 2 trailer with a bunch of new footage, Jessica Jones, more Defenders, action. We've got more of them coming back during Season 3 as well, too. So it looks like Marvel finally got your letters, and they're bringing all of the Defenders back eventually, including characters like Elektra, who's technically not a Defender, but a big part of the Netflix series. There were already a bunch of Luke Cage Easter eggs during Season 1, so we knew that the Defenders were all coming back eventually. It was just a question of when and how many. Absolutely loved Jessica Jones walking in and taking the complete piss out of Matt. It would not be a season of Daredevil or Jessica Jones if she weren't taking the piss out of Matt Murdock. Using the most Jessica Jones joke that she could possibly make, digging at him. Obviously they are friends, and she is here to help him out in what seems like a very low moment for him, with him in the pews at a church. Would not also be Daredevil if you weren't inside a church. Love the way they light the characters in red too, Daredevil red. But the other great thing about this is that you can tell the new showrunners that Kevin Foggy brought on after he fired the old showrunners of the original version of Daredevil Born Again Season 1. When he brought them on, they tried to do what they could with Season 1, but it was still this weird Frankenstein season because the original creative team on that had shot most of the season before Kevin Foggy fired them, so they were forced to reuse a lot of that footage with just a little bit of new footage they shot for Season 1. So part of the joke here is that the new Netflix people that Kevin Foggy brought back, like he brought back a combination of the creative team behind the Punisher Netflix series and the original Daredevil Netflix series, so it makes sense why Season 2 tonally feels much more like a Daredevil Netflix kind of vibe than Season 1 did. So when she walks in telling him, "You better be able to walk because I'm not carrying you," it's also meant to be a joke that she's coming to save the season, and it better be a good season, unlike Season 1. There were a lot of solid moments during Season 1, but when you do rewatch it end to end completely, it does feel like a Frankenstein season, like it's just all over the map.
I don't know. All these brown cells look the same, don't they? Shit. Sorry. I keep forgetting
Don't worry about it.
I know there are going to be a ton of questions about characters coming back, like Karen Page, obviously much bigger during Season 2 than she was during Season 1. When I did my last Daredevil video, there were actually people that were genuinely confused, thinking that they killed Karen off during Season 1 because of the very weird way that they treated her character. So the only character that they made it seem like they perma-killed, made it seem, I should say, asterisk qualification, was Foggy Nelson, but we do see more Foggy during Season 2 with new footage they did shoot of him, but they shot it as more flashbacks. So it's meant to be Foggy in the past when he was still confirmed to be alive. Even though there are a lot of Foggy truthers out there, there are tens of us on the internet that believe that he's still alive. For the most part, if you didn't see them actually perma-die on screen, anybody from the original Netflix series, any of the different Defender series, are fair game to come back, which is why I say Elektra, for example, is supposed to come back during Season 3. They're talking to her about coming back. They've already been talking to Mike Coulter about coming back as Luke Cage. We'll see about Finn Jones and Iron Fist. I do believe that they're going to let him come back, but I don't know how they're going to incorporate that into Season 3. It might have something to do with them doing more with the hand characters, because I believe Season 2, based on all this footage, obviously we know what's happening during Season 2. It's more of him going up against Fisk and trying to dethrone him as the mayor of New York City, basically unseat him as mayor. Foggy Nelson secretly hiding somewhere, getting ready to take down Kingpin. www.kingpintakedowns. Speaking of which, thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. I am a YouTuber. I spend all my time making videos. I have no idea how to make an actual website, but I needed to have one outside of my YouTube channel to make it easier for people in other businesses to actually get in contact with me. Squarespace helped handle everything from finding a professional website designer, picking out templates for actually building my site, and after I created it, helping me manage it day to day and make sure that it stays up to date. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place, all on your terms. This is why usually when I tell people to contact me, I point them to my Squarespace website. Squarespace makes all that painless. And for those of you that do have things that you want to sell online, Squarespace helps you showcase your products and customize your product listings with images, videos, reviews, related products, and add-ons that help you make more sales. Their Squarespace commerce platform makes managing everything from inventory to sales and customers simple. Everybody head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/emergencyawesome to save 10% on your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/emergencyawesome. I'll put the link up here on screen and down in the description below, so be sure to check it out and have fun building your websites this year. Based on what Marvel has said about the Season 2 to Season 3 plots is they're going to try and wrap up Mayor Kingpin by the end of Season 2. So however they end the season, when Season 3 picks up, it'll be completely new villain, completely new problems that Daredevil and the other Defenders characters are dealing with. But because we did see the Hand fighting Spider-Man during the leaked Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer, it would make more sense if they also want to use the Hand during Daredevil Born Again Season 3 and why you would bring Elektra back because she was such a big part of the Hand storyline during Daredevil Season 2 in the Defenders series. Also would make more sense why you would incorporate more of the Iron Fist lore too because he was such a big part of that Hand storyline. Going through the rest of the footage shot by shot talking about Easter eggs and WTF moments, we see Matt Murdock in court with a bunch of the anti-vigilante task force. Notice they've got upgraded body armor with the Punisher logos on it too, so it's become an even more official thing instead of them just painting the logo on their vests like they did during Season 1. My assumption is they'll also wrap that up by the end of Season 2 as well too. Punisher not really happy with them walking around wearing his logo on their chests. We get another new shot of Dex at the diner here. He seems very pleased with himself. He's probably getting ready to meet someone. There's also some footage that we got of him teaming up with Daredevil in Daredevil's suit. So it looks like they will both be working together, like the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and he will be going up against Kingpin because they explained during Season 1 it was actually Vanessa who originally hired Bullseye to kill Karen Page and Foggy Nelson. We also saw that he tried to get revenge against Kingpin at the end of Season 1 and tried to kill him, but Matt Murdock wound up inadvertently saving his life. Saved Kingpin's life. So it seems like Bullseye's Season 2 arc will just continue where he's still trying to get revenge against Kingpin.
Resist.
We get another scene of Jessica Jones just absolutely wrecking the anti-vigilante task force. We'll also see what she does to actually help Matt Murdock. Her whole thing is that she's a private investigator, so I'm assuming that she'll help him build his case as a lawyer against Fisk, and that will help them get rid of him in a legal way, but also she'll be using her powers to just absolutely wreck all of his goons. When Daredevil grabs the person's hand and pulls them up, this is him grabbing Dex's hand. They're both in their costumes. Not really clear who they're fighting during this scene, though. We get a scene of Daredevil breaking into Fisk's underground prison. I don't see anybody in the cells in the background, so maybe he's freed a bunch of them already when he goes after the anti-vigilante task force. But it does seem like they're also wrapping up this storyline too with his secret underground prison. You remember that Punisher escaped from his cell at the end of Season 1 where he goes off into the events of Spider-Man Brand New Day in the Punisher special presentation. Those are both meant to take place after the events of Daredevil Born Again Season 2. There's a very big explosion at the docks. Remember, this is Kingpin's whole area that he was developing during Season 1. He was going to use it to launder a ton of money, basically all of his criminal activity, make billions and billions of dollars using his position as mayor. We get a scene of Fisk sparring with someone in a boxing ring. I really do hope we actually get a scene of him fighting with Matt Murdock inside an actual ring at some point. There were some scenes that they filmed at Fogwell's gym for Season 2, so it does seem like we'll actually get some fight scenes inside Fogwell's gym. Then it seems like there are a bunch of people protesting outside City Hall. You see a bunch of the anti-vigilante task force, so things are turning against Fisk slowly in the public's eye, and it seems like Daredevil is going to be using that. Part of the idea is they made it seem like during Season 1, Fisk had convinced the public that he was better than anything else, so they all believed in what he was doing, and now it just seems like they're being woken up to the truth. Oh, he's still the Kingpin, he's just doing all of the same criminal things and pretending to be mayor. Basically ruling New York City like he ruled his criminal organization. Not totally clear what's happening in this flashback scene of Foggy Nelson. It just seems like he's helping someone out as a lawyer. Maybe it'll be more context for Matt Murdock remembering some of their moments together, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're using these flashbacks to build up to a bigger Season 3 Foggy reveal in present day. We get a very Sopranos type of scene with Daniel Blake and Buck Cashman looking like they're getting rid of a body, and he's basically telling him, like, look, kid, which part do you actually want to grab? We got to take care of this. The other really big Easter egg here, them doing a Sopranos type of moment, is this is Michael Gandolfini, James Gandolfini's son in real life, who's playing this character. Like father, like son, getting rid of dead bodies all over the place.
Family. They're the ones you can depend on.
There have been a lot of theories about what's going on with this fake version of Fisk with the person filming themselves and trying to make it go viral. It might have something to do with BB Urich learning what Kingpin did to Ben Urich, being responsible for his death, and slowly trying to take him down using her videography. That was part of her storyline during season 1. She's a reporter. She did all those videos that she posted. This is probably just more of that kind of stuff. So it might just be her underneath this mask here, underneath this white suit. There's also a real big Wonder Man connection too, big Easter egg in the background. Matthew Lillard, who you see here, is playing a character called Mr. Charles, who's described as a highly influential and dangerous figure that serves as a direct, non-costume threat to Wilson Fisk's rule in Hell's Kitchen in New York City. So he's not necessarily a friend of Daredevil, but he's just another enemy, another foil for Kingpin. And in the comics, there was a Mr. Charles character who was part of Roxxon, who was in charge of illegal drilling that they were doing because they're a natural resources company. And you remember during the Wonder Man series, Roxxon's toxic goo was how Doorman got his powers. We will see if Matthew Lillard's version of the character is connected to Roxxon. It just seems like they use Roxxon a lot during MCU productions. They've already used them several times in the last couple of years. They used them a bunch during the classic Marvel television series too. Everybody post all your reactions in the comments below, and if you spotted any Easter eggs or references in the new footage that I didn't talk about during this video or I haven't talked about in my previous videos, just write it below in the comments. Because we're getting so close to episode 1 actually releasing, we'll probably get a story-based trailer pretty soon, so we'll actually know what's really going on during the season, why Jessica Jones comes back, and how she does wind up helping Matt Murdock. In related news, also expecting to see that Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. I just did a brand new video. There were a couple big leaks, and we've gotten a leaked version of the trailer too I've already done videos for. Everybody click here for that, and click here for all my other Daredevil Born Again Season 2 videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.